to leave you in the shade so it's at least as comfortable as it can be. You know, those of you that are here have known me for a long time. I'm not a politician. I've never done this before. But it became a situation where I sat around and watched things happening and things weren't right. And it became a situation where I said, I need to get involved. Someone needs to get involved. And if not anybody else, why not me? And so that's why I'm running. I'm running because I saw things that weren't right. I felt like I could get involved and do something to fix those things, all right? Some of the things that aren't right, let's talk about the fact that Volusia County has spoken on several occasions and we've been ignored or dismissed. A couple of years ago then, they bring up the sales tax. So they bring the sales tax up and we defeat it. As voters, we defeat the sales tax. Guess what's coming back this year? The sales tax is coming back once again. They aren't listening to you. They don't believe you. Right? They don't believe the people of Volusia County when we talk to them. 2 years ago, we sent a mandate to the elected officials of this county that we want our government to operate without sales tax increases or without tax increases of any kind. We want to control development and we want to protect our water. The county council in place right now has done nothing for two years but try to block that mandate, and I'm going to run to go there and try to move that forward for the hardworking people of Volusia County. We need to restore trust in government. There is a monumental lack of trust in government right now. The government needs to be accountable to the people, and we need to have people in place that are willing to do that. That's just good leadership. People will go, well, you don't want to micromanage. I'm not micromanaging, I'm leading. And a good leader follows up. You create the task and you follow up. And that's not happening right now. Maybe even have a county council meeting on the other side of the county once a year. Just try something like that. Or have a county council meeting in the evening. Convince me why we shouldn't have a county council meeting at least once a year in the evening. So the taxpayers that work all day can get there and see what's going on and learn about their government.
Yes.
Good idea.
Yes.
Next thing would be no taxes. I make the public statement right now that I will not support in any way any increase in taxes, both sales tax and property tax. The government has not proven to me yet that they can operate this government with the efficiency that we need to be able to have anything like that. So why should we promote tax increases? Every time the government gets in trouble, all they want to do is put the burden back on the taxpayer. And I say, no, we're done with that. We're not going to do that. The next thing as I'm listening to people is, and this is huge, and you see this everywhere, controlling overdevelopment. Drive around this county. It is shameful what is happening in this county everywhere you go. It's shameful what's happening. We ride, you see I got motorcycle club friends here. We ride around this county on our bikes, and it's a beautiful place to be. But everywhere you go, the woods are being destroyed, all right? They're being clear cut, our wetlands are being destroyed, and it's all for development. We need to get a handle on this. And there's several ways we can do it. We have measures to protect the environment. Mechanisms to protect the environment. We have mechanisms in the county charter that require that before any zoning or land rule changes are made, that the school board has to produce adequate schools to support the density of that area. That's not happening. Go to any school in this county. It is a jungle of portable classrooms. A portable classroom tells me that school is not big enough for the density of people you've got going there. So that's another mechanism that's in the county charter that people have been unwilling to use to try to control growth. We need to do that. We need to use those mechanisms available to us. I'm a big advocate of increasing the impact fee. We should be increasing the impact fee. That's not a burden on the taxpayer. That puts the emphasis somewhere where it needs to be, which is on the developers who are making money hand over fist on this development. Right? We need increased impact fees, and we need to set the county attorney loose in Tallahassee to appeal that so our impact fees are bigger than what is allowed. And then finally, we need to protect the water and the environment. There's no question at all. If we don't, let me just say this. We are in dire straits in Florida regarding water if we don't get a handle on this. And most of the citizens of the state of Florida don't know anything about that. I put some of that emphasis on the media for failing to tell you, because the media doesn't want to make the developers look bad, so they don't tell you how bad the water situation is here. But we are in dire straits with water in this area. We're destroying the aquifer, we're destroying the wetlands that filter into the aquifer. There are springs in this state that have been here for hundreds of years that are not here anymore. My wife is a native Floridian. She grew up in Volusia County. She used to go to Gemini Springs to swim as a child. She can't go there anymore. It doesn't exist. All right? We shouldn't. That should not be something that happens. We need to protect the water, the environment, and the wetlands. We need to protect the water, the mosquito lagoon and the lagoons out here, so that we're not having runoff, all right, yard runoff primarily, into the lagoons, creating the algae blooms that end up killing the fish and the wildlife. So we need to get a handle on the water. The elements of my campaign are accountability in government, all right, restoring the trust in government, no taxes, controlling development, and protecting the environment and the water. We've got to, those are the 4 elements. If we can do things about those 4 things over the next 4 years, I will consider my tenure a success. This isn't going to be easy. All right? It's not going to be easy. It's going to be grassroots people like you. And I'll take boots on the ground over money any day of the week. Yeah. It's not going to be easy. I have already had people who are close. I've already had people that are politically connected contacting people close to me and questioning why I'm in the race, trying to talk me out of the race. Why does he need to run? He doesn't need to run. Yeah, I do need to run because I'm not going to be involved. They've also come to me and said, well, your promise of no taxes, that's irresponsible. No, it's not. What's irresponsible is continuing to put the burden of inefficient government on the back of the taxpayer. So I'm running, and I'm an underdog, and I love underdogs. I coach football. I love underdogs. All right? Underdogs make me just get me excited. One of the underdog situations that I relate to the most is during World War II. I tell people this often. During World War II, the Japanese commander on the island of Tarawa said the Americans could not take Tarawa with 1 million men in 100 years. 18,000 Marines took it in 3 days. So we're the underdogs. I'm fighting with you, you're fighting with me, and we're going to fight the power brokers of this county to put good, responsible government back in place.